They say their heat's not working. And it takes us maybe about an hour, and we find that hidden somewhere. See that red switch? We find that switch behind a doorway with a code on it, with a broom covering it. We turn it on, and we say, can we have $1,000? And of course, Tom always says no. But some people say yes. But we have to charge $175 just to turn that switch on. And people get really mad. They're like, I could have done that. Of course you couldn't have done that, but you didn't know where it was. We have to find it. We spend our time. You have to realize the value of our time. It's our time. We drive there. We have to look all over your house, a house that we've never been in before. So your own house, you should know where your emergency switch is in your house. That's extremely important. So many people turn them off by accident. Sometimes they're above and below a light switch, so accidentally they'll turn their emergency switch off. You wake up in the middle of the night freezing because they thought they turned the light off. And smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors, I mean, we don't want to get into too much into life safety, but smoke detectors should be checked, in my opinion, every month. Carbon monoxide detectors every month. Some people do it a couple times a year. Can't put a price tag on somebody's life. So, again, real simple stuff. People just don't care until it breaks, where they got to pay, then they care, right?
Yes.
Okay. No, all right. So, Tom, do you know anything about electricity? Have you ever heard that word before?
Yes, I've heard electricity. Yes.
Have you ever worked on it before?
Yes.
Okay. Would you say you should do that yourself, or you should have a professional?
You should have a licensed professional do it.
There's only two things I would tell you guys to do with electricity because it's fast, deadly, and dangerous. It's reset a GFI and reset a circuit breaker. That's it.
That's about it.
That's about it. Do not touch it. Do not put rubber tape on junction boxes. Do not even open up a junction box if you're not trained. So, how many years have you been studying and working on electricity for?
Well, to put a brief synopsis on it, I had my own electrical contracting business for 16 and a half years after working in the field for quite some time. Got my license. While I was doing that, I also got all levels of electrical inspector license up to subcode official, construction official. I could run a construction office. I've been an instructor for about 22 years now. I started at Ocean County Vocational Technical School. 5 years at night while I still had my business, so that wasn't real easy, teaching 2 nights a week while I was working and giving estimates and all that kind of stuff. And then from that, after a couple of years of teaching part-time at night, I realized that I'd kind of rather start doing that instead of continuing to do the work in the field and also run a business, because it was very taxing physically and mentally. So I had a chance to teach full-time at the vocational school, and between the 5 years I taught at night, I did 20 years in a day, and just about in June 18th will be 2 years that I walked out the door with 25 years under my belt. And during that time, I also built a instructional and seminar business. I give exam prep classes for people who want to get their contractor license. I teach code classes on my own for contractor CEUs. I also teach for the state of New Jersey doing inspector continuing education. And I've also taught train the trainers for the state of New Jersey for people that want to teach code type courses of all flavors. So a lot of teaching under my belt, 22 plus years at this point in time.
Well, I personally want to give you a handshake for that, because as a licensed electrician, that's like, the reason I know Tom, when he used to teach in Lakehurst, that's how I was, my final year of class, you know, I was one of your class. You probably don't remember, he did so many students.
Yeah, it's hard.
You probably don't remember, but that's how I know Tom. So if it doesn't sound better coming out of anybody's mouth about touching electricity, you could just learn the hard way and play with it.
Yeah, not recommended.
Yeah, that's all about that. So thanks again, Tom.
You good?
Really appreciate it.
All right, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Now, the next one, PE.